Ross, Harley Robb.
Oh, for sure it does. Yeah, and it's great to see them racing here, and I'd love to see them all do really well at that New Zealand title. But I'm also just thinking, you know, here's an example where the two guys he's sponsoring and putting cars seem to be just a little bit quicker than him.
Yeah, and that's probably a little bit of that youth coming into it too, you know.
To be fair to say, I think Jaden's car's got the better motor than Malcolm's at the moment, because I know Malcolm's got a motor to come later in the season for that car.
Yeah, exactly.
Asher's got the big Nissan that's the I think it's Murray Lonky engine.
I'll let you swap over because productions are about to go, and we can come back to this. I can go and have a chat to Malcolm and ask him what it's about.
Yeah, ask him, and maybe we'll get him up here one week before the New Zealand title and see how he's going with his team. Anyway, Production Saloons.
As we come out of turn 4, it's Beamer versus Prelude, and to Tony's pleasure.
I'm just about wetting myself with excitement, to be honest.
Can we get a cleaner to oil to oil one? Anyway, it's a little bit chaotic mid-pack, as most of our saloon starts have been tonight, but the Prattley here in the 34 car, Aaron Prattley leading us around, David Filius back to Greg Prattley, Aaron Bailey in the Cactus cars there, but we've got the 3 and Z of Sherlock squeezed in the middle. It's like a chessboard. You start white, then coloured, then white, then coloured. White then coloured, then white then coloured. Anyway, I digress. We are using the top end of the track at the moment. Doesn't seem to be a lot of life in it down low for the front wheel drive cars. The Beamer though of Prattley, he's got control of the race. There's a battle going on for that third spot between Sherlock and Greg Prattley, trying to push the FTL out high on wide, just trying to keep the momentum in that BMW. And David Filius right on the heels of Aaron Prattley. Moves to the outside. You see the BMW a little bit squally under acceleration. Filius goes down the outside of him, tries to cut him into. Prattley drops to the pole line. You can see the BMW just gets a little bit of a handful coming off the corners. He gets on that gas and just gets squally down the straight. And that's where Filius is able to hang with him. Filius can duck to the inside of him going through 3 and 4, so you see that David Filius will just keep pushing this outside line, pushing it. Oh, he might have got him here. White flag is out. There's definitely some contact because there's a bumper hanging off on the Beamer. Filius just about smears himself down the side of the Beamer, carries the momentum round on the back straight, and he's going to... No, the Beamer just gives him a tap on the way past. No officer, I didn't see him. He was bright red and 4 metres long. But anyway, we wave the checkered flag out for the 68 car of David Filius. Back to Aaron Prattley, Greg Prattley, and Sherlock with Palmer.
It's a good racing there from those front two, and indeed further back in the pack as well. David Filius in the end a 20.49, and most of the others. Oh, there was also 20.49 by Palmer in the 78 car also. So virtually identical lap times there, albeit one finished first and the other finished fifth. That's how it goes sometimes. So that was our production saloons. A quick look at the points, I suppose we should say, if you move ahead. Thanks, Jared. It looks as though David Filius on 18 points. Aaron Prattley and Matt Sherlock on 13 points, so a 5-point lead for David Filius in a 9-car field. He'd have to do something very silly in the last heat not to take away this Moller Young challenge. So that race was brought to us by Trenchless Services, and we have done the 50-50 draw. It took us a while because there were so many tickets in there that we had to find someone with arms long enough to reach the bottom of the box, but we did it. And if you have ticket number 1081, you have won